Can't make plays. No, I'm just kidding. We have got, I think, 4 receivers with over 100 yards, and we're spreading the ball around. We've played 2 great defenses, and so we're going to need a lot of receivers to make plays, and it just happened to be us so far.
How about Devon's improvement from last year to this, being more involved, already surpassed last year's catch total, for example?
I think he's a guy that, we knew he was going to be really good, and he is a really good player. And I think the biggest thing for him was, we've always been athletic, but the mental toughness and the ability to learn the offense this year has been leaps and bounds, and he knows it, so it's fun to see.
Offensive PI took his touchdown away. You've probably seen the play again. First of all, your thoughts on the play you made?
Unbelievable play. I was so upset that he didn't get it. I mean, that was Sports Center top 10 worthy. It still should have been, in my opinion, but unbelievable play. I think that pass interference, yeah, Devon was very physical with him, but so was he. I think it was just 2 men out there fighting for the ball, and I think that's how football should be.
You might have touched on this before, but what does this offense need to do better this week?
I think the last 2 weeks we've started relatively fast. Obviously this week, yes, we had an 85-yard touchdown, but I think we started fast, had that first touchdown, then we went almost a whole half and a half of not scoring. And so I think it's being resilient earlier in the game, so it doesn't need to be a scramble at the end of the game.
Seems like Boise State's DBs like to talk.
Yeah.
They talk a lot more than other teams, about the same.
They were pretty good. They were great players and everything, but they had Boise State's kind of like us. They have to play with a chip on their shoulder, right? Because they're looked at as always a maybe or a tweener from a big school to a smaller school. A team that, like, even if you go undefeated, maybe you're still not that caliber. Just like us, we want to prove ourselves all the time. So they definitely talked a lot. It's something that I've seen. This is my 4th year playing, and I think that they had to be up there with the guys that talk the most. But it's something that you just kind of in one ear out the other.
Do you like to engage with them?
No, honestly. Well, no. I mean, if I do, like a lot of times when I argue, I have to always get the upper hand, and so if I take that to it in a game, then I'm getting a flag like that guy did. So I'm glad I kept my mouth shut at that moment.
Nick Kurtz obviously didn't quite play as much. How's he doing?
Good. Just at that moment, that time, we personnel a lot, which means we put guys in the right situations at the right time. And I think that the coach just saw fit to play certain guys. And obviously, we know how Nick plays. We know how good he is. We know how much talent he has, and he'll score a lot of touchdowns and have a lot of yards this year. So nothing to worry about with him.
Yeah. When it comes to you obviously playing a lot with Tanner. Taysom Hill and whatnot. Now you're playing with Tanner Mangum. Talk about the chemistry that's kind of being developed there as you guys kind of go forward.
Yeah, Tanner Mangum's a guy that you immediately trust right away. You don't look at him and say, "Oh, that's a young quarterback. Hopefully he can get me the ball." It's one of those guys that, even though he's a freshman, I look to him as a guy who's, right there with me with ability. I mean, what do you call it? Experience.
Right.
He's a guy that acts like a senior. He acts just like he's been there for a long time, and he has great talent. And I love to play with the guy. And chemistry will come. There's times that I'm running a route and I expect it to be somewhere and it's somewhere else, but with him, it always seems to be in the right spot. So it's just something. It's an adjustment, but it's not better or worse. He's a great athlete, a great competitor, and a great player. So we'll keep him around.